Hello, YouTube. We're going live on YouTube right now in just a second. I just have to take care of a couple of things, socials and stuff. I totally did not go live earlier with Twitch. If you heard anything about that, it's just misinformation. Do not believe it. Just kidding. I totally don't subscribe to my Twitch channel to catch any stream that goes as a surprise. But in the meantime, sit back, relax. I'll be right back. All right, let's go. This thing gave me a scare because suddenly it dropped all the frames. I'm hoping, praying that it's not going to happen during the stream. But let's see how it goes. Let me send this because it was not loading any page. And now it is. Let me copy this. So I'm going to take care of this real quick. This Discord, then Blue Sky. See what I mean? Oh my God, why are you doing this? Why are you so slow? Ah, great. Is the stream coming out okay on your end? Because I have virtually no speed on my end. Okay, that kind of worked. Doing fine? Okay, good. I don't know why this is not working as it should then. Yeah, I noticed the stutter. Seems to be fine now. It's like very random. I don't like random. Ooh, we get season 2 of Moon Knight. It's awesome. All right. Is anything else that I need to close? No, that's it. Okay. This should be live chat. And how about here? Hold on. Let me pull up the YouTube chat on OBS because I will need that. By the way, if you ever want to see your YouTube chat on OBS without any extensions or plugins, you can come to your studio panel and pop out your chat and then just copy, not that. Leave Command L. What's going on today? You just have to copy the link of your chat, copy that, and then head over to OBS and inside docs, custom browser docs. You'll have a list of custom browser docs. You can add YouTube to it and just paste that link in. And then apply and close. And that will open a panel, custom doc panel in OBS with your YouTube chat. The only hindrance with that is that for every time that you go live, you actually have to go and pull up the link and then copy and paste it. But it only takes a second. Just so you know. All right. Everything looks fine and we can actually begin. Welcome. This is the start of a new journey for me. I want to make a panel using Livewire that can interact with Twitch API and react to chat messages or chat events. Take those events, listen for them in a web application of my own created with Laravel and Livewire using webhooks. When those webhooks receive the data from Twitch, they will take the message, the chat message, and transform that into a text-to-speech file that I can then go into the panel and choose a message from the queue and play it in my web application. I have already have experience working with OpenAI's text-to-speech, which is very, very simple. We did this with the text-to-speech radio ads, and that worked fine. So I want to take that concept and apply it to something that I can use during live streams and have you guys involved. The Twitch API is pretty good, actually, so it should be interesting. I'm hoping. So what is my goal for today? I want to scaffold the project. I kind of have an idea of how I want it to look. It's going to be, again, very simple. Livewire, Breeze, and nothing else. Maybe a table and maybe a few panels for connecting my account to Twitch. I implemented a Twitch channel going live offline monitoring to my Discord bot a few months ago. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I mean, it was in JavaScript, but and using WebSockets. So webhooks will be something new for me. Yeah, I kind of wanted to do webhooks only because of the fact that it should be something similar to working with webhooks in like Paddle or Cashier, for example, where I have an endpoint that Twitch API or Twitch, it's going to call into that. So I just have to, first of all, I need to create an application, register that application on Twitch so that I can authorize my Twitch account into that application and allow that application to do stuff on my account. So that's open authentication or OAuth. So we are going to work on that first and get that thing working, although not in a very functional state, but at least get it working. And after that, I'm going to look into subscribing to events and giving Twitch webhook endpoints that it can call when that event happens. That part is like the one that I have trouble. I have read the documentation a couple of times and I still don't understand very much how it works. But the authentication part should not be that much of a problem because I am going to use Laravel's Socialite, which I believe will allow me to easily authenticate using open authentication or OAuth to Twitch, which I do have to check if there is a package for Twitch. There should be. I mean, I would be very surprised if there is not an implementation for Twitch OpenAuth. So yeah, that is my goal for today. Scaffold the application and get open authentication working using Socialite. And maybe read through the documentation about the subscribing to events. Water. There is no package? Dang it. Well, that's going to be a problem. Would it be too hard to create one for our own? Why is there no... I mean, sounds so bizarre. Also, do I use Breeze or Jetstream? I've never used Jetstream. Yeah, I know. That'll be a pain. I was looking through Jetstream documentation, and it's kind of like Breeze with extra stuff. And I do like the fact that that Jetstream has pictures for user profiles, because once I authenticate my user with Twitch, I actually get the avatar from Twitch. So I think I'm gonna use Jetstream instead of Breeze for this project. Let me look into that Socialite thing. 1 second, because that seems odd. Anyway, the package wasn't there a few months ago when I worked on it on yet another tool which auto-backed Twitch bot to YouTube. Well, that's very useful. Although I do multi-streaming, so that's not really a thing that I need, but it's very useful actually. Socialite. Even the search is like lagging. What's going on? Hold on. This might be a mistake, but maybe I just have to quit the application altogether. Maybe it's just Arch. Just shitting itself. Let me do this. No, actually, I'll do that later. Now it's instant. I think it was just Arch having issues. Oh, we have an ad coming. We have an ad coming in like 1 minute and 45. Can I set up? Yeah. Let's see. Authentication, access, introduction. Hold on. That about Socialite. Socialite providers. Twitch. There is one. Yay! There is one. Socialite provider slash Twitch. All right. We're good. There probably already are tools to do that. Yeah, but what's the fun in that? I wanted additional features, which other tools did not provide. Setting custom title, playlist, etc. Try something new, of course. And give it access to your YouTube channel. Yeah. I didn't want to give access to my YouTube channel to a semi-random project, and none of the tools work on Linux. So yeah, if you can't find a tool that works for you, just make your own. All right, we have ads. Hold on. Socialite has a provider to sign into Twitch. That part I said will be there, just not the other stuff. Oh, got it. Got it. I thought for a moment that I was gonna have to create my own Socialite provider for logging to Twitch, but no, it is there. Absolutely, yeah. Or even if they are, maybe you just have to, if you want to learn something new, it doesn't matter if the tool that you want to create is already out there. If you want to give it a try, even if it does exist, you should. Doesn't matter. Maybe you'll end up creating something better. What is that spinning thing over there? Can you see that? Really? It's my Twitch alerts layout. What the hell? Reload. Properties. How can I reload this? Refresh cache of current page. Maybe that's it. That sucks. It's gone. Okay. I think that was it. I think that's just on your end. I don't see any problems on my end. Seems to be fine. All right, ads are over. Yeah, try give it a refresh because on my end everything looks green. No drop, no frames are being dropped. It was a few like when we had the stutter, when we had the stutter, I did see that, but right now it's not dropping anything. So yeah, try give it a good old refresh. And why is my hair so weird? Oh, it's because of the white. I don't like it. Okay. First things first. Let's create a new project. We are not going to use Breeze. We are going to use Jetstream, which has its own installation steps. So I have to create a project and then require Jetstream. Let's try that. Doop be 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 doop. Let's do it in herd. And what are you? Do you have AI now? It has AI. Why do you have to put AI on my terminal? Right, so let's do Laravel new TTS panel. Let's call it something very simple. No starter. Oh yeah, I have Jetstream here. Yay! I didn't remember that I have this. Laravel Jetstream engage with Livewire, of course. Dark mode always. Do I need API support? No, I don't. Do I want email verification? Not really. Do I want team support? Not for now. So many options with Jetstream. Just so you know, API support, it will give your application the ability to create API tokens that you can hand out to accounts, and those accounts can make API calls into your application. So it's like creating your own OAuth application, and it's all supported by Laravel Sanctum. Email verification, it's so that you can, whenever you register, you have to first verify your account using an email. So it will send you an email and you have to click on the link so that you can actually log into the application. And team support, self-explanatory. It will give your application, the ability to support teams. That's all out of the box with Jetstream. But for now, I just want dark support. Pest, sure. Not going to do testing. Okay, in the meantime, let's read through the documentation to see if there's anything I need to know. Concept overview. Is this big enough? 125, yes. Laravel Jetstream architecture is a little different from other Laravel application starter kits, such as Laravel Breeze. In this documentation, we'll cover the high-level concepts. Okay. Laravel Fortify. Under the hood, authentication portions of Jetstream are powered by Laravel Fortify, which is a front-end agnostic, headless authentication backend for Laravel. Fortify registers the routes and controllers needed to implement all of Laravel's authentication features, including login, registration, password reset, email verification, and more. After installing Fortify, you may run the route list artisan command to see the routes that Fortify has registered. So that's different from oh, hi Nuno. How you doing, man? Great choice. Choosing pest there. Yes, always choose pest. Don't tell him that I'm not doing tests in this project. But yeah, always choose pest for every application that I do, even if I'm not doing tests. But don't tell him that. Crap. Okay. I'm just gonna skip past the testing phase on the prototype phase. I'm just covering my bases here. Oh my god. But yeah, always best. Since Fortify does not provide its own user interface, oh, but I do have the views, right? It's meant to be paired with your own user interface, which makes requests to the routes. Configuration, actions. I do have the views, right? Terminal. Oh, database. SQLite. Would you like to? Yes. Run the migrations. I have to have the views, obviously. I mean, duh. During installation, Jetstream will publish a variety of views and classes to your application. When using Livewire, views will be published in your application resource views directory. When using Inertia, I'm not using Inertia, so skip that. The views and pages published by Jetstream contain every feature supported by Jetstream, and you are free to customize them as needed. Okay, cool. Still doing that. Yeah, I do have layouts on resources views layouts. When using Livewire, this layout is defined in resources views layouts app.blade.php and rendered by the app layout class. Everything just standard as it is on Breeze. We have a guest layout. We have a dashboard. We have post CSS and tailwind.config.js. All the goodies. Are you done? No? Cool. Don't tell me you're stuck. No, it's not. New database migrations were added. Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Run it. That's for Jetstream, I guess. Here we go. CD TTS panel encoded. Here we go. So yeah, resources, and actually we can just try it out. TTS panel.test. Here we go. There is no user. I have to register. Never. All right, cool. This looks fantastic. There is no picture for my profile. Do I have to configure that? Profile management. Profile photos. If you wish to allow users, I want to, upload custom profile photos, you must enable the feature in your application's config.jetstream.php configuration file. To enable this feature, simply uncomment the corresponding feature entry in the features configuration item within this file. So let's go to jetstream.config, and we are looking for features. Here we go. Profile photos, uncomment. After enable the profile photo feature, you should execute storage link artisan command. This command will create a symbolic link in your application's public directory that will allow users images to be served by your application. For information regarding this command, blah 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 blah. Yeah, I know this. PG artisan storage link. It already exists. Okay. Thirsty Pooch. Hey yo, how you doing, man? Thank you so much for joining me. I was gonna ask, and you are the first one. How is the live stream looking on YouTube? I had some issues with internet connection a few minutes ago, and I am worried. Does it look okay on your end? If so, just give me a thumbs up. And while you're there, just click the like button. Just kidding. Manage profile photos. So Jetstream's profile photo functionality is supported by the has profile photo trait that is automatically attached to your model user. Oh, interesting. Let me check. User model has profile photo. What does that do? It has an update profile photo method. Noise. I'm not going to be up. Well, maybe I will, but the idea is that I'm hoping that just enabling that will give me that little thing in that profile photo. It is then going to transform. I'm going to use the URL that is supposed to be returned by me by Twitch's API that contains a link to my profile photo on Twitch. And I can then replace that over here. Okay, what else do I need here? So I saw this on another panel that I like to use. It's called tts.monster. And they have this kind of a card there that I want to use. So here's my idea. I want to have a button somewhere in here in the dashboard. This is just so for testing purposes, obviously, but I will have a button somewhere here that when I click on it, I will attempt to log in or authorize my account, my Twitch account, with the application that I'm going to create in a few minutes. And that will that's all socialite stuff. And when that happens, then in return on my user profile, I will be able to return the we'll have refresh tokens, we'll have user information from Twitch, and a bunch of stuff. So I think, okay, next step, socialite. We need socialite. Horizon was a breeze. Good fun. To add the setup took only 20 minutes. It is a It is effortless. I have done it. Did you use what do you use what did you use for the queue? Now I can get back to the menial front-end work to process the data processed by Horizon queues and broadcast by Reverb. Do you use Red 3i? Not Red 3i. What did you use? Did you use database queues? Did you use database for the queue? That's what I'm asking. Redis. That's the word I was not remembering. So yeah. Right. It only works with Redis. Well, hopefully, thankfully, you are in Linux, right? So Redis on Linux is like one command. You install it and it works, right? That's how I understand it. At least that's how it works for me on Mac. Let's bring in Socialite to our application real quick. Oh, you're in Docker. Nice. I used to run Docker for everything before I was on Windows. But then Laravel Her came along and everything changed. I do remember so many. So I remember first I was in my default setup was in Homestead. Remember Homestead? That was like my default setup when I was starting the YouTube channel, and I'm sure there are a few videos up there where I I use Homestead. Yeah, that was my because it was so easy, right? Like you just create a virtual machine that has everything in it. So I went from Homestead to Docker to Herd. That has been my journey. In every step, it got easier, which is good. My Socialite is in. Now I need the Socialite package. Do I have it open yet? Yes, I do. Let's copy the Socialite package. Actually, before I do that, let's go through the Socialite installation steps just to make sure I'm not skipping anything. Upgrading, configuration. These credentials should be placed in configure services. Okay, so I do need I'm going to need a service for this. Authentication. Okay, so I think I can just go to the package and bring it in and then create this entry in the services file. Even but that was the one thing I didn't try. I skipped Valet completely when I was using Docker. Uh, I mean, if it is the fastest for you and that's the one that you like, perfect. Maybe that was the issue, but when I switched to Windows for a while, that's when I started using Docker. And it kind of created this problem for me that where no, wait. I was using Docker on Mac before I switched to Windows. When I switched to Windows, I went directly to WSL in Linux. I don't remember exactly why I left Docker. I want to say that it created some complications for me in the project. I think no, it wasn't specifically with Laravel. I think that the project I was working on at the time at work, I tried to create like an environment that everyone could use in my team, so that every member of the team will have like a testing environment with Docker. And I don't know, I don't remember exactly what happened, but that created complications and created like friction within the team. So I ended up dropping it and just moving. I think that was the time when I went to Windows and I dropped Docker, and then I started using WSL and never went back to Docker. Maybe that's maybe it was a project issue and maybe a problem between monitor and chair, other than Docker being Docker. You will not try hard. I don't like installing things on my computer. Well, okay. Doesn't matter if Mac's window or Mac's PC. I can get everything I need with PHP Storm and Docker. Nothing else needed. That's fine. If you don't need anything else, you don't have to get anything else. Yeah, that is a problem. You do have to go, you have to create your own database server. But I always use SQLite for testing purposes, so it's not a problem for me. But yeah, you always go with what you are more comfortable with. Bring Twitch in here. Coughing Coffee. How's it going? I've been driving, I've been diving into Laravel for the last 2 weeks. One of us. And just wanted to say thank you for your YouTube videos. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I watched a few so far and enjoy the content. I'm glad that you do. So good of you. Let me go and allow that. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining me and for watching my videos and for everything else. You're awesome, dude. I'm not cheating on SQLite. No, I know. Don't. I never thought you were, but you have businesses on SQLite, profitable ones, huge ones too. Just more comfortable with MySQL. Yeah, yeah, no, that's all right. That's all right. You don't have to use everything, and not everything has to be like I like this one. Just because you say I like this one doesn't mean you're shitting on the other one. That's totally okay. It's not a polarizing subject. You use what you need, you use what you are comfortable, if you have a choice, and everything is a tool. And you use the tools that are meant for the job. That's it. And now we have routing, authentication, and storage. Add provider event listener in level by default. Event service provider was removed. Instead, add the listener using listen. Right, but this is only if I want to extend this. Am I right? You don't need to add anything for the built-in socially provider. Okay. Usage. Yeah, I don't have to do anything else, right? No, I do actually. This is just extending the current socialite configuration using Twitch provider. So I do need this. Wait, not in. Are you talking about this? You do, just not in Laravel? I think I do need this. Just because this is just calling or extending the socialite event. You don't with socialite. Okay. I'm going to keep this in the back of my mind if it doesn't work, because I do think I need this part. I mean, with socialite, I'm good, but I do think I need this. This line here is kind of hinting. My logic is it's kind of hinting on this is a socialite event. Socialite was called event, right? But that is socialite. What I think it's doing here is taking that event and extending that event with the Twitch provider class. So extending socialite, the base socialite, with a new Twitch provider class. I think that's how it works, but I'm not going to do it first, just in case it actually works without it. But I'm going to keep this in the, like, right over here, just in case, as a backup. All right. So at this point, I do need to add an entry to the configuration file, because I do need a new service. And they should be in services. Yes. All right, that entry is in the documentation. So I'm going to copy this and paste it over here. 30 seconds to ads. You don't, yeah, I read that. You don't need to add it anywhere unless your app overrides the defaults provided by the base socialite. Yeah, that's the thing. But we have socialite, the default, and we have a new Twitch provider, which it is technically extending the functionality of the base socialite. Okay, we have ads. We'll wait. That's all I'm saying, is that it is suggesting that you don't have to add it, but I kind of think it does mean that I have to add it because I am extending the base socialite with a new provider. I'm just saying maybe it will be needed, maybe not. We'll see. Where's Chippy, by the way? Oh my god, come back here. Yeah, just keeping my options open. Larry Stage 27. Thank you so much for the follow, man. You're awesome. Unfortunately, that didn't work. I saw what, yeah, I said that today. I thought it would work, but it looks like it didn't. I'll check it. I'm sorry it didn't work for you. Yeah, rip points. I know. Sorry. That's why. Yeah, don't. I didn't think you will find that. It is set up, but I don't think it's working. Back to 0. Sorry about that, man. I wish. Is there a way I can give you the points back? I don't know. I'll look into it. It was supposed to be working, but yeah, I don't think so. At least there was no money involved because that would have been, I would have felt terrible. Yeah, don't waste money if you think that you're going to get TTS. I still have to get that working. The points are free. Yeah, that's why I don't really feel bad. I'll just apologize for your points, but still, yeah, there was no money involved. Is the ads are gone? Okay. Yeah, I'll look into that. I do want to have it. In the meantime, I have this, and TTS Monster does have that implement. No, actually, that's gonna bother me. Hold on, let me check that out real quick. Get started. Login with Twitch. I think it might be the overlay that is not working. Huh. Yeah, because I didn't hear that. Let me check that overlay real quick. It's supposed to be which one? TTS Monster. Here we go. Properties. I'll have to maybe reload you. Refresh cache of current page. Okay, let's try and send another text to speech message. TTS not working. Reload the overlay. Okay, reload the overlay. Send another. It's literally not working. Oh, maybe I have the wrong overlay. I think this overlay is for YouTube. I'm gonna grab this. So just copy the overlay URL from here. Paste the overlay here. Hit OK. Nope.
This is a test message.
Did you get it? Did you hear it? Did everyone hear it? It said this is a TTS. I heard it. Yes? Okay, so that was a problem. TTS Monster has like different login, different overlays for both YouTube and Twitch, and I have the YouTube one enabled, not the Twitch one. So now I have only the Twitch one enabled. So sorry, YouTube. Can I test it myself? I don't have points. I can test it without needing points. I have an unlimited points. This actually, why am I doing it here? Anyway, this is a test message using points.
This is a test message using points.
Now it works. Sorry, Eduardo. I'm actually gonna. Did you? How many? Yeah, that's all right. I know what you mean. How many points did you use? You didn't have to use the whole 1,000. Oh, you used the whole 1,000 because that could be a sound bite. So that's the minimum for sound bites. It only. Oh, that's my bad. Oh, okay, okay, okay. No, yeah, you're right. You're right. Let me change that. Actually, it's on the rewards. So twitch.tv, create a dashboard. That's viewer rewards, rewards. No, not that. Points, channel points. Custom rewards, TTS monster. That's 1,000. No, 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 no. That's 100. A fat thumb, a 0. And save. Okay, it's 100. Now it's 100. Okay, that's done. Sorry for derailing the conversation. Only 90 points to go. Yes. How much points do you get for just watching? How much do you get per minute, per hour? Like that. Oh, that's really fast. So 10 points like a minute. You'll get there soon enough. Not 10 points a minute? How many? I don't even know. How many channel points per minute do I get on Twitch? As a viewer, earning points is an easy task. Just watch your favorite streamer. You'll earn 10 points per 5 minutes. So it's 10 points every 5 minutes. And a bonus 50 points can be earned by clicking the chest at the bottom of the chat. If you haven't clicked that, you can click that now. Every 15 minutes you'll have a chest, and that chest is worth 50 points. Yay. Yeah, seemingly 10 every 5. Good to know. That's going to be fun. All right, at this point, I guess... did I paste that? No, that's not what I wanted. Oh, what's happening? Error in Laravel extension. What happened? Huh. Yeah, Laravel extension sometimes has issues, which is fine. It's in beta. Copy this. Paste it here. Fix the indentation. All right, I need to add this keys to my .env file. So Twitch client ID, yoink. Oh, thank you so much, dude. Thank you so much for that. You didn't have to do it, but thank you. And let it be written in the annals of history that Ivordo has been the first person to ever give me a cheer on stream. Still, 1 bit is 1 bit. Doesn't matter. It is written in the history books, and you shall be known, henceforth, you shall be known as the bit giver. This is the way. All right, we have Twitch client. We also need Twitch client secret. You are most welcome, sir. You are most welcome. It may reset every month, but we will remember. Shall be remembered. This is the way. Yank, yoink, paste. What else? Yoink and paste. Okay, so we need 3 values. We need the client ID, the client secret, and the redirect URI. So I think this value here, we can keep visible at all times. Even the client ID, I think we can keep visible. The secret, we should not. So for now, I'm just going to move it out of the way, all the way down here. And we're going to bring the, I think the redirect URI is where we are ending up after we authenticate, if I'm not mistaken. That's right, that's right. Wear it with pride, wear it with pride. This is going to be the dashboard, I think. Yeah, we're going to send people to the dashboard once they are authenticated. Let me see an example. Do I have an example? No, just the HTTP. If redirect option contains a relative path, it will automatically be resolved to a fully, okay, so we can just do that, actually. Just go home. Oh no, actually it's dashboard. How is it called in the web.php file? Let's go, no, this goes to welcome. I need dashboard, there you go. So the redirect URI will be dashboard. That is where we end up after the authentication has been successful with Twitch. Now we need the client ID and the client secret. All right. This part is going to be tricky because there are things I can't show you no matter how much I trust you. It should not go to the root path. It's where the callback to handle the token To do the letter out points to after you allow the sign. Yeah, that's why I'm sending them. I am setting it up as dashboard. So basically, my idea is worded poorly. No, it's all right. I understand. The idea is there will be a button that will, if you click it, it's going to trigger the authentication with Twitch via OAuth, which will show that page that you always see where it says authorize. You have to log in with Twitch and then click authorize. And once that is successful, then Twitch is going to send you to the redirect URI. And in this case, I'm just setting it as dashboard. So once the authentication is successful, you will end up in the dashboard. That's it. We do need to register the application though. Wait, no. Hold on. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. Because when you register your application, that application has the redirect route. Right. So I need to get that from the documentation. Why don't you have a dark mode? I hate you. Twitch API. Event sub authentication. Register your app. I'm about to do that. Getting OAuth tokens. So we have, if the APIs you're calling require OAuth app or user access token, use one of the following flows to get the token. Implicit grant flow, user access token. Use this flow if your app does not use a server. For example, use this flow if your app is a client side. No, that doesn't apply. Implicit grant flow, not that. Client credentials. Use this flow if your app uses a server, can securely store a client secret, and can make a server-to-server request to the Twitch API. This flow is meant for apps that only need an app access token. I think this is the one. Let's read the others. So client credentials, winning the match. Authorization code grant flow. Use this flow if your app uses a server, yes. Can securely store a client secret, yes. Can make server-to-server requests to the Twitch API, yes. What is the difference? One is required for app access token only. Oh. And then the device code grant. This is, use this flow if your app is run on a client. No, okay, so it's between this and this. Between client credentials and authorization grant. The only difference between those is this. This flow is meant for apps that only need an app access token. You will probably have to look up which flow the webhooks require. I'm not in the webhook part yet, and I'm gonna guess that when we get to that, the one that I will need is this one, the credentials grant, client credentials grant. I guess. Is there something about this in the socialite package? Someone just
Subscribe to the
subscribed.
channel. You're amazing.
Who subscribed? I don't know. Doesn't say. It was in a different language. But thank you anyway. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. For the socialite sign-in, you need the auth code grant flow. For such okay, so that's what I thought. So I need this one for socialite. No, actually I need this one for socialite, and I did so authorization code for socialite so that I can get user account information like the profile picture, and then credentials grant for everything else. Makes sense. Only because of this line. I'm guessing all of the Twitch API calls to subscribe to webhooks and everything else only need an app access token, but I do need to authorize my account using the authorization code grant flow. Let's use this for socialite for now. And okay. This flow is meant for apps that use server can securely, yes, can make servers server to server requests, yes. To get the user access token, okay, yeah, I need a user access token. Your app must get the user to authorize your app. Might still be the third. Need the third for webhooks for the live offline monitoring thing. I'm not going to use WebSockets. Only webhooks. No, I don't think I'm going to need that. At least on this app. So I need to get the user to authorize your app and then use the authorization code to get the token. Got it. Get the user to authorize your app. The first step to get the user to authorize your application's access to their resource. Sorry. The first step to get the I swear I can read sometimes. The first step is to get the user to authorize your application access to their resource. To get the authorization in your web browser control, navigate the user to ID twitch.tv or authorize. So that is the route that I needed. That goes here. Am I right? Oh, okay, yeah, I understand. That's what you needed. And the docs will tell me anyway. Ah, correct. So this is the redirect route. That's where the user will go to authorize the app. Got it. Wait. Okay. I could use an href, but all of these parameter things are going to be handled by Socialite. Socialite will take care of sending the client ID. I don't know what this is for. Force verify, set true for force the users to reauthorize your app access to the resources. This is false by default. The redirect URI, that I have to pass in, I guess. Let me check. Okay, this redirect is handled on the application side. So when I create my application, I will set this URL, and that URL will be handled by its own. Okay, I guess at this point I should create my application, but just wait a minute. Just a second. I mean, go back to documentation, please. Thank you. Okay, response type. All of this is socialite. If the user is logged into Twitch, Twitch asks them to authorize your application's access to the specified resource. If they're not logged in, Twitch first asks them to log in and then asks them to authorize your application. If the user authorized your application by clicking authorize, the server sends the authorization code to your redirect URI. Okay, so I'm gonna get this back. The second step in this flow is to use the authorization code, see above, to get the access token and refresh tokens. Again, that's all socialite, I'm guessing. Guess I won't know until I try it. Okay. The next step. We need to create, or we need to register an application on Twitch. Where was it? Here. Register your application. And here is the redirect. Okay. Name. TTS. Livewire TTS. TTS panel. Very bad at names. Okay, we have ads. Just a couple of seconds. We'll wait. Hey, Z Films. I'm glad you're doing all right. I'm doing all right. I'm doing good myself. Thank you so much for asking and for joining me again. Hope you're having a fantastic day. We're just waiting for ads to finish. The callback that URI that Twitch redirects to just needs to call okay, which gives you the info you need to create or find the user in your database and sign them in. Okay, cool. Well, the user is going to be signed in already, so at some point I'm going to have to add stuff to the user model so that I can store the session information, like the token that I get back from the Twitch user call, added to the logged in user, so that that information can be used then later to make API calls. make other API calls. That is over. And I'm back. That's are over. You're trying to implement a semicolon in McFly. I don't know what McFly is. I've never done that workflow, but yes, you need to associate the user with the data from the code above. Okay, yeah, it makes sense. But I still need to get that data, so that's the first step. One step at a time. So this redirect will be HTTP, has to be HTTPS. Okay, HTTPS, and this will be my application URI. So can't believe I TTS panel dot test slash dashboard. Ooh, you're creating a new language. Nice. And you're calling it McFly. Awesome. I usually create linked social accounts model to track this. Yeah, that will make more sense than modifying the actual user stable. That's a good idea. Category, web application or website integration. Yeah, that makes sense. Client type, confidential. Confidential clients are capable of maintaining the confidentiality of their client credentials and typically run on a server. Yes. All right, I don't know if this is going to show any keys, so I'm going to... What is my new project? I am trying to create my own text-to-speech panel so that I can listen for Twitch events. And when those events happen, I will subscribe to those events, and then Twitch will will send data about those events to my application using webhooks. And then I can take those webhooks. In this case, they are going to be chat messages with a specific format. And I can take that message and turn it into a text-to-speech file that I can then play from my web panel and have a queue and show information about the user who sent the message, something fancy like that. So yeah, basically a text-to-speech panel using Twitch's API. And I'm going to use Livewire for the panel. The secret will be hidden. The client ID will not be. How bad is it if I show the client ID? I'm guessing not. I mean, I'm guessing the secret is the one that I have to keep hidden. No idea? Well, better save, right? Actually, no. Let me think. Yeah, you can have the client ID. You can have the client ID, but you can't do it. You can't do anything without the client secret. That's how it works. Still, I'm going to hide this and then click create. Oh, nothing happened. It take me out of it. Just took me to here. I'm guessing as soon as I click manage, that information is going to be visible. All right, let's hide that again. Click manage. Yeah. At the bottom, I have the client ID. Ooh, who's that?
Hagnadev just followed. You're amazing.
Hangerdev, thank you so much for the follow. You're awesome. So yeah, at the bottom there is the client ID. So I'm going to copy the client ID. I'm just going to keep it hidden just to be safe. I'm copying that client ID and I am putting it in the .env file. And I'm going to take that and push it below so that you can't see it. Heading back. Now, below that client ID, let me see what you're seeing. So below that client ID, there is the new secret button, and that will give you a new client secret. I'm pressing that. Are you sure you want to generate a new secret? Yes, please. That shows the client secret. So I'm copying that again, heading back to VS Code and putting that in the Twitch client secret line. Okay. Back to my dashboard. And there you go. So yeah, we have those two pieces of information already stored in our .env file. And they are down there. You can't see them. Close this. Let's see, how do we do this? Why don't we create just a test route and just give this like an actual test. So this route group here, can we make this not in its own line? We don't like that. Had a quick look. Client ID is supposedly okay to have public. Okay, cool. It will be public anyway as it, oh, right. It will be back in my URL. Okay, yeah, makes sense. All right. Actually, let's go up, 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 go up. Screwed up. Hold on. Had to regenerate my secret because I show it on screen. Yes. So that secret that you saw no longer works. Yes, it was. I saw it. Yeah, no. Maybe you didn't see it, but I did. All right. So this is the client ID. This is going to be public anyway, so you can see it. And this is the redirect URI that comes from the authentications, that comes from the documentation. That's good. Now, I'm going to create a new one because again, I show it in screen. I didn't realize that I was still here. The redirect URI is wrong. Oh my God. Hold on. Just let me get through this real quick. Are you referring to this URL? I don't think it's going to let you post links, but are you referring to that URL? Or are you referring to, and let me make sure I'm not going to make a mistake again, or are you referring to this URL? Yeah, the one in the panel is what Twitch will call after it authorizes the sign in. So you're referring to this here. Why do you say that this one is wrong? Isn't this the place where the Twitch API has to go in order to authorize the user? Really? Okay, I'll believe you. So it has to be that. Okay, makes sense. Now that I'm saying it out loud, the provider already knows internally what is the URL where the Twitch authentication has to happen. Like that is the most common thing to think about. Right. I'm gonna do it in, oh, okay. Let's say that we change this to auth callback. Okay, let's just call it auth Twitch. Something like this. All right. Which means I have to change the value in the panel as well. Don't delete it. Just leave it like that. So I'm going to copy this, head back to the panel, hide it, manage the application, paste that value in the all auth redirect URL. Okay, I can only see the client ID. So it looks like this now. So those two values are matching. So on that auth callback is where I grab the user information, right? So there will be one route to authenticate and then one route to grab the, okay. Got it. I'm going to hide this real quick because I have to save. Oh, I can't see the secret anymore. Cool. So even if I do this, You can only see the client ID. All right. It won't show until I click new secret. That's better. One less thing to worry about. All right. So in this case, then I'm gonna go to my routes, and then what did you do here? Oh, okay. That's fine. I don't like this comma here. Let's take that away. It is verified. I don't want verified. Never mind. Leave it like that. Okay, so we have the route dashboard authenticated. Let's add one route here within the Sanctum authentication group. I'm going to use this route to test the authorization. So let's make it a get route. Oh, dude, come on. Don't show it again. Okay. You need two routes, basically. Yeah. Behind the URI, there is a add button. Hey, Larry, stage 27. How you doing? Where in the URI did you see this button? I don't remember. One to initialize the process. That's correct. And one to handle the callback. Correct. So yeah. Larry, what button are you referring about? So let's create the first route, the one that initializes the process. I'm going to call that Twitch sign in. In the Twitch panel. Is this the panel that you are looking at? I think they meant the button in the Twitch console while editing the app. Oh, if you go manage here, let me just hide it real quick just to make sure there's nothing else. Oh, that add button right there. So this here, it's only if you need another route. See, if you click that one, you can add multiple redirect URLs. I don't know why you need that, but you can add multiple. In this case, I don't need it, so what do you mean go deeper? We'll receive the results of all client authorizations, either an access token or a failure. This must exact match the redirect URL parameters. And we'll test it locally. You can set this to localhost. A maximum. Okay, so basically what it means is every time your app, you'll see the process in a second, but you'll see a screen that says authorize, and that will allow my Twitch account, for example, if I log in with my Twitch account, that will authorize this application that I created to do stuff with my account. And you can have up to 10 redirect URLs that will receive the authentication code of the success or failure of that authorization. And so basically, yes, you can have up to 10 links that will receive that authorization code back. You may need that to reuse the app on local and production environment. Yeah, correct. So if you have your application local and you also want to have that in production, you can have different links. Or you have it on multiple domains, that's all correct. So I'm going to go to documentation again and look at the Laravel Socialite. So this auth redirect, which I am calling Twitch sign in, is the one that is going to do the login. So this initializes the process, and then the callback route is the one that receives the code. In fact, let's call him that. Auth redirect. In this case, I'm going to use Twitch. And then we're going to have the other route, this, which will grab the user after a successful authorization. And for this, we are just going to do, you guessed it, DD user. Yep, that's also correct. You can have multiple auth connect service and auth callback service, as I have more than one sign-in method available. That's right. I'm just gonna have Twitch in this case, so auth redirect and auth callback are fine. Now all I have to do is have a way, actually I don't. Since it is a get, I can just navigate to that route. I can have a button that calls that route, which is more realistic, but in this case, I just want to test it. I don't just want to see it. So let's just navigate to the auth redirect route, which should kick off the signing process. So if I go to auth redirect, we have an error. Driver Twitch is not supported. Hold. Hands up. Nobody touches anything. Or not. I was too fast for you. Driver Twitch is not supported. How come? It's right there. I don't think it should. I don't think it will ever. I will keep it in mind though. The config values to socially no, I did. You mean this ones? Yeah, they're there. It's still telling me that the. You know what it is? Care to guess? I'm grabbing it from here and putting it up here. How much do you want to bet that you need this? Wait, is it? That's gonna be in the app service provider boot method. App service provider boot. Copy this. Paste it here. And then let's bring in event. Illuminate support facades, event, listen. Then this is a full path to socialite, what's called event extend Twitch, socialite providers, Twitch provider. Has socialite a own config or publish? No, it doesn't. Well, it does. I didn't see any. You are right that it should not be needed for this, but I'm curious. Installation, upgrading, configuration. There is nothing about publishing access scopes. Retrieving user details. Stateless. There is nothing about publishing. 11. We have ads. We're going to take a break. I'm almost 100% positive that that is the thing that is missing. Adding that to the app service provider, so that Twitch it's added to Socialite and supported by the Socialite events, the base Socialite events. Highly likely. Ad is going. Let me just read through a couple of pages of the documentation. Nothing too. You're not gonna miss anything. So you get the user, you get the token. I'm just glancing at the documentation to find a place where I can get the avatar for the user. Oh, interesting. How do I get that avatar linked to the user, to the logged in user? I'll probably have to save. I probably need that middle table between the user and the linked account. Today I learned, after years and years of working with Socialite, speaks to the amount of attention I paid when mindlessly following the instructions. Yeah, happens to everyone. Okay, ads are gone. And we're back. Okay. So yeah, I was just looking at the documentation here. So you can get the avatar out of the socialite user. But I guess I'm gonna have to create a middle table to put everything in there, like the nickname, the name, everything that the socialite user has, including the tokens. I guess including the tokens, I need to put into link to the actual logged in user. If the event didn't help, under 11 is maybe the service registration different. No, I mean, I am using 11. So where was it? Where was the thing that I was looking at? So yeah, I am using Laravel 11. The thing that tripped us in the beginning was this note here. But I think the key word here is built-in socialite providers. Why did they think to have that note here? It's confusing because the fact that it says you don't need to add anything, that's the first thing that your mind registers, and then you stop reading there. The problem is that if you look at the code, the thing that jumped out to me is extend socialite with Twitch, because we are using a third-party socialite package for Twitch. So every time a socialite called event triggers, which is what we are doing, we're triggering a socialite event, we are extending that event to be able to handle Twitch using the Twitch event provider or the Twitch socialite provider. So that's the thing that we're missing. We're not missing it anymore. It's right here. So if everything goes well, I should be able to call this auth redirect route again. Behold! My application name wants to access your account. Authorizing will allow TTS panel to read your email address and email verification status. These authorization messages or these authorization permissions, I will probably have to expand on that because I will need the TTS panel to do more than just read my email. Authorizing will redirect you to the redirect URL that we established. So let's click authorize. Oh, forgot to you're not, I'm not in I have to secure my my app. But it worked. Look. Code. It has a code, it has a scope. Okay, everything is working. So I just need to go real quick to herd settings, I think, or websites. Where is it? Sites. Herd sites. Look for, who's that?
What are points for if not to be used?
Now it worked. That's right. What are points for if not to be used? All right, so here I can look for, where is it? TTS panel dot test, and let's secure this. And now it's HTTPS. So let's go back to this route here. If I refresh, will it work? 404 not found. Really? Auth Twitch does not exist? All right, let's try that again. Hold on. Let's go to auth redirect again. I changed the paths? Did I? Yes, I did. Dang it. So I have to change that in the configuration file and also on the Twitch panel, right? What? So silly of me. Hold on. Auth callback. So now I need to briefly go to .env and just to be safe, hold on. Okay, that's fine. So instead of auth Twitch, it's auth callback. Yes. And then I have to do the same on the configuration of the app. Right. There's nothing down here. Nope. Save. Success. Dashboard. Let's do that again. Auth redirect, which goes to Twitch to authorize. It was already authorized, so it took us back to the redirect to the other route, which is the redirect route. And look at that. We have the user ID, the user nickname. Is this big enough? My email, my avatar picture. There it is, that handsome fellow. And then we have, let me see if there is anything sensitive in here. There isn't. Yeah, quickly use that account that I never use, only for logging in. I will allow it just this time, only because you give me a bit. You are warned. Just kidding. So profile image, view, email account, create ad, attributes. Let me see if there's anything wrong in there. Nope. Again, just public information. And we have a token and a refresh token. And when does it expires? So does this mean that, yeah, I don't really mind about the refresh token. If you don't have a secret, what good is it for? So does that mean that this token is only valid for that amount of, what is that, seconds? Well, 967 divided by 60. Divided by 60. Like for 3 hours? The expires is for the refresh token. I guess I'm not really sure how that works. Yeah, but still, that only applies if I want to make another API call. Right, because all I need now is just to take all of the information from the user, like the avatar and everything else that I need, nickname, display name, or emails, etc., etc., and I can then use that to create a record linked to the currently logged in user. I only need the token and the refresh token. I only need the token if I need to do an extra API call to something else in the Twitch API. That's what the token is for, I guess. But that token is only approved to do user related stuff. So that token is limited by whatever approved scopes I had, which is user, read, email. So this token is not really useful right now, other than to read my email. There is also the access token response body. The tokens should be invalidated as soon as the data is pulled from Twitch. May be wrong. So that means that if I call this route again as it is, so if I refresh, yeah, you're right. If I try to pull the user information out of Twitch again with the same code, it is invalid. Yeah. Invalid authorization code. Okay, perfect. So I only need to do that once. And then for every time that I need to make an API call again, I need to, since I'm going to use a different what's it called? I need to use a different, I don't remember the name of hold on, I can look for it. Don't need to use memory. I can use documentation. The flow. So I use this. I use the authorization code grant flow to get the user access token. However, PHP 8.2, what do you mean? I am using PHP 8.2. Look, I'm not going up to 8.3 just yet. What heresy is this? Relax. I don't think I'm using any. I'm not using really anything 8.3 or 8.4 specific on anything that I'm doing. So why go that up? Why go that so much up if I'm not really using anything of the sort? Is it? So what is it? Is going to be not supported anymore? Well, I didn't know that. Not actively supported? (8.2) up until January 2025. Oh. So it's going to starting next year. It's only going to be supporting security fixes only. Got it. Right. Well, yeah, I guess I'll have to start using 8.3, which will be supported for a year. Oh my god, then I guess I'll have bad news for my server guy at work. That's not going to be fun. About 8.1. I think we don't even use 8.1 at work. 8.2. We're at 8.1, which is already in security fixes. God damn it. They moved to a yearly support. That's not fun. That's going to break everything. Yeah, we still have apps that run on 7.4 actually. 5.6, it's scary. That is next level heresy, yes. No, yeah, it's not too bad. I mean, it's not at all. I'm still maybe we're gonna have to just stay on 8.2, sorry, 8.1 for another year. Yes. Yeah, I don't see myself upgrading everything from 7.4 to 8.1 and then 8.2. 8.1 is the latest, and that is the latest version that we support in our latest projects. Legacy code is still on 7.4. And that one I'm not touching with a 10-foot pole. Yeah, it's costly because you have to have a couple of people just modifying, testing, making sure that nothing breaks. And if it does, fixing it. It's time consuming and costly. It is definitely a pain in the ass. But you know what? That's future me problem. Nothing's going to be done on this year. So we'll wait until January. Future me will have to deal with that problem. Not gonna worry. Yeah, the problem is that the biggest code base that we have are legacy. Because that thing has been growing and growing for over 8-9 years, more than that, even before I was in the company. So it's plus 10 plus years of code, legacy code, that it's still on 7.4. And I think 7.4 was an upgrade at some point. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. 5.6 app, 12 years old. Yeah, those are the scary projects, the ones that are very old and are working, but as soon as you upgrade, something will break. Definitely. So I was saying that I just use the authorization code flow for the user. Then for APIs, like the ones that I'm going to use to subscribe to events, I will have to use credentials flow, client credentials flow, because I only need an access token. So I need to request the access token with credentials, I guess, and then use the access token to make the API call. The client credentials grant flow is meant only for server-to-server API requests that use an app access token. To get an access token, send an HTTP post request to ID Twitch OAuth2 token. Okay. I need to send the client ID, the client secret. Oh, it doesn't even have. So that's the scary part. That's why your secret has to be secret. Duh. Because that call only requires the client ID and client secret. And the grant type must be set to client credentials. So I make a call to that, and then I get an access token with an expiration date. And then I use that access token to make an API call to whatever API method I need. And I send the access token as an authorization header of type bearer. Obviously, the app has to be authorized already, and we already did that. We already have that. Oh, I already passed that. Past the point of the end. Let me allow that. Stupid mod. The upgrade to 8.4 is not that bad either, by the way. When I upgraded to upgrade the app with reverb, I mentioned last time. Yeah, but what were you before 8.4? Like 8.3, 8.2? Which received the upgrade last week. Some packages are a bit behind in support, like PHP, CS Fixer, but it is fine. I redirected. I'm not doing it. It's my I don't even know where to disable that thing. I'm just gonna have to. I do like to have a mod on an auto mode because it's just me. See, it was 8.2. Of course, that's not gonna be a problem. Everything past I think 8.1. So if you're moving from 8.2 upward, that's fine. 8.2 to 8.3 to 8.4, no problems. But I do have an instance at work that of an app that is using of a code base that is using 8.1, and as soon as I change from 8.1 to 8.2, it breaks. Some deprecation method in an email call or something like that. Laravel 11 has deprecation logging support already, so it's config value. It's not allowed. It's not a Laravel 11 app. It's legacy. So that is one code base that I know for sure that if I move to 8.2, it's not going to work anymore. It is not. The problem is that it's not critical. So very hard to get approval for me to go work on that when there are other things in the pipeline that are way more urgent. So it's just going to stay there for a while on 8.1. And the things that are on 7.4, those things are going to stay there for a while. I understand the point about legacy code, not suggesting you do. Just thought I mentioned the upgrade thing about. Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. This code base, yeah, I'm probably gonna do an upgrade before next stream. So we are in at least 8.3 or 8.4. Okay, so I guess I do have everything that I think I need to move to the next step, which is finding out what is the API call I need to do or I need to make in order to subscribe to chat events. Event sub, that's what I actually need to do. Let's read through this very briefly, and I think that's the last thing we're going to do. I don't think we're going to implement anything else today. We already got the authorization working, which is fine. We just have to make it pretty, have a button, and link the user with the user, link the currently logged in user with the Twitch information, display the avatar, all those things. We can do that next week. For now, let's just read through this so I can have an idea of what I need to do next week, and don't forget. Okay, so Events Up. Events Up subscriptions. Let your application listen for events that happen on Twitch, which is what I need. When an event occurs for one of your subscriptions, Twitch sends you a notification. For example, you can receive a notification when a broadcaster goes online, a broadcaster gets a new follower, a new subscriber, someone cheered in a channel, which I think is what I'm going to use, either cheer or channel points. Yeah, actually, now that I think about it. Anyway, Twitch supports the following transport methods: webhooks, which is what I'm going to use; WebSockets, which is what Eduardo used. Ooh, who's that? Hydrate? Oh, thank you. It's been a while. Thank you. Yes, that is very important. I was actually feeling a little bit thirsty. Where was I? Okay, so yeah. We have three methods: webhooks, WebSockets, and conduits. Not even gonna check on that. Before you can subscribe to events, you must create a webhook callback or WebSocket. Yeah. That listens for events, for information about webhooks, callbacks, getting events, blah, 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 blah. About WebSockets, not going to read that. After implementing your webhook, callback, or WebSocket client, you can subscribe to events. I can feel with you. It's not only the syntax compatibility, it's the PHP configs, FPN, PHP packages. Yeah. I was forced to do this I was forced this year to update 8.2 to 8.2 and 3 months later to 8.3 because Laravel Mail Coach. Yeah, it's a pain, especially when you have third-party packages that are probably going to break as well. And those maintaining those is a pain. Handling duplicate events. Twitch sends event notifications at least once, but if Twitch is unsure of whether you receive a notification, it will resend the event. Under some circumstances, this means you may receive a notification twice. If Twitch resends the message ID will be the same. Okay, I have to be aware of that. And guarding against replay attacks. If you need resiliency against replay attacks, consider the following. Make sure that the value in the message timestamp field is in older than 10 minutes. That's a good point. All right, we have ads. Taking a break. All very interesting. It was, for some reason, it's a lot clearer now than when I start researching this like a couple of weeks ago. I can kind of see it in my head already. Yeah, there it is. I guess next week is going to be mostly about linking the user, the Laravel user, to the Twitch user. Just making sure I have all the information saved in a table, and I can see, and the goal will be to see the avatar from Twitch inside Jetstream. That will give me some time to research about the event sub and how am I going to handle that. Probably with events, maybe some kind of queue. Yeah, events and queues. I have to grab the event and then put it in a queue. Stephen website currently uses PHP 8.3. Oh, you're safe for at least 2 years. You don't have to update anything. All right, ads are over. And we're back. All right, so I think I have all the information. I just let's just read through the webhook events real quick, and that's the last thing we're going to do. Before subscribing to events, I have to create the listeners for those events. That's fine. They have to use SSL and okay, so HTTPS. The following table is the types of notification your handler must process. Notification contains the event's data. The callback verification contains the challenge used to prove that you own the event handler. This is the first event you receive after subscribing to an event. Oh, nice. The web host I use does not have H 8.4 yet. Yeah, it's going to be difficult to find hosts that have 8.4. I think does anybody know a lot of the cloud is not even up yet, right? Yeah, it's a month old. It's going to take a while before everyone embraces that. Yeah, me neither. Even if it's just incremental updates. A yearly number version change, it's 1 year is too soon. Cloud is not up yet. No. Okay. When is that out? I think there is a waiting list. I want to check that real quick. No, there is a waiting list. Cloud.laravel.com. Yeah, it's going to be early access late 2024. Well, it's already late. I wonder if this is already up for some people. Yeah, that's another thing. Hi, Unruly Hot Fixer. How you doing, man? Getting a VPS and just install everything yourself, it's is a viable option too. I think that's what I'm doing for my website. I just have a VPS and I installed the I don't even remember what the version is, but yeah. Do it yourself is a a very handy option if you want to do your own PHP versions. All right, so revocation contains the reason why Twitch revoked your subscription. Okay. Before handling any message, you must make sure that Twitch sent it. For information, verifying the event message. I'll read that later. You must respond to notification requests within a few seconds. If your server takes too long to respond, the request will time out. If you fail to respond quickly enough, too many times, the subscription status changes to notification failures exceeded. And Twitch revokes your subscription. If your server can process a notification request quickly enough, consider writing the event to the temporary storage and processing the notification after responding within 2xx. For information about list of request headers, I'll read this later. Verifying the event message. Okay, this is so that we can make sure that we don't get attacked. There's also code. Processing an event. Responding to a challenge. Revoking your subscription. Oh, there is a CLI? Oh, I'm gonna need to install this. Twitch event. Verify subscription. Subscribe. But if I use a CLI, I'm gonna have to expose my client secret. I don't know if I want to do that. I'll probably use it, but off stream, just to make tests. Anyway, or use Docker with something like Elastic Beanstalk. Yeah. It could be a nice learning experience too. I mean, learning to do everything yourself, even if it is once. I was avoiding myself, pulled the trigger only early this year for the first time. Yeah. I bet you will learn. I know I did learn a lot of things when I was just setting up my website with a VPS and installing everything myself, PHP, setting up the server, etc. It's very interesting and it's a very interesting learning experience. Everyone should go through that at least once, even if you're not never gonna do it again. Yeah, that's correct. Even if it was on an insignificant app, that'll be sad to lose, but not a huge deal. Okay, so I think we're gonna stop here, and we will continue. I hate how my hair looks on this background. We will continue with this project, which is surprisingly enough making good progress already. We will continue with this project next. I think I'm gonna stream on Wednesday, even though it's Christmas Day. So we'll come back on Wednesday, continue to work on this for a couple more hours, see if we can get the user connected to and show the avatar on the UI. That'll be the goal. And moving on from there, we're going to start trying to connect to Twitch events and subscribing those webhooks. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. If you found any of this helpful, don't forget to click the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, follow me on Twitch if you're not doing so already, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. And if you're on Twitch, stand by, we're gonna see who we can raid. Take care, buddy. Thank you so much. Let's see, who do we raid today? Who is on? Who is on? Let me bring music for this fade in. Do 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 do. Where is she? We're gonna go to Moodles for astrobiology and space. News and games afterward. She's in a different location, so it's kind of interesting. I want to know where she is. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a great day. Bye.